We all know who gets noticed in meetings: the loudest voices, the boldest ideas, the people who seem to thrive on being seen. But here's the paradox: the people who talk least might actually be doing the most for your team. Hi, I'm Mark Murphy, founder of Leadership IQ, New York Times bestseller, and author of the new book, Team Players, the 5 Critical Roles You Need to Build a Winning Team. Our data at Leadership IQ shows that nearly half of employees say forced fun team building activities make them feel uncomfortable or feel fake. And that group often includes your quietest, most meticulous, most reliable performers. They don't dislike teamwork, they just contribute differently and often far more powerfully. In our research on thousands of high-performing teams, we found that greatness doesn't come from cloning personalities. It comes from balancing 5 distinct roles. Let me briefly define those roles. Directors are the decisive strategists. They make the tough calls, set direction, and ensure progress. Achievers are the doers, focused, detail-oriented executors who deliver high-quality, error-free work. Stabilizers are the organizers. They create the structure, systems, and timelines that, keep everything on track. Harmonizers are the connectors. They maintain morale, resolve conflict, and protect relationships. And trailblazers are the innovators, the big thinkers who challenge assumptions and push the group toward new ideas. And critically, the research shows 97% of the best teams fill all 5 critical roles. The quietest members of your team often live in the achiever and stabilizer roles. Think of them as the hands and spine of the organization. They're not leading cheers or dominating brainstorming sessions. They're quietly catching errors before they become crises, closing loops, and bringing order to the chaos. And without them, even the most charismatic leaders and boldest innovators can't finish what they start. Consider a software company racing to launch a breakthrough app or something. They had energetic trailblazers generating ideas, a director setting deadlines, and harmonizers keeping the peace. But the project kept stalling: bugs, performance issues, endless rework. What they were missing was an achiever, someone precise enough to hunt down the root cause and fix it. When that quiet, detail-driven developer joined, the product stabilized and shipped on schedule. Nothing else changed. Just one person whose temperament leaned toward accuracy and patience instead of, visibility and flair. That single addition transformed the entire team. Across 6,800 employees in our team effectiveness and frustration study, teams rewarded bold voices, but real success depended on the doers. Why? Because most organizations overvalue the loud roles, the directors and trailblazers, and undervalued the quieter achievers and stabilizers who, keep the machine running. When that balance disappears, so does performance. Meetings become showtime instead of progress. Innovation becomes talk without a whole lot of traction. If you want to know who your most vital people are, don't just look at who dominates the conversation, look at who keeps your team standing. As Microsoft CEO describes it, it's your legion of superheroes, where each person has a different superpower and contributes something special to your team. That's your achiever, double-checking the client deliverable. Your stabilizer, keeping deadlines from slipping. Your harmonizer, quietly preventing conflict from derailing the week. Your director, making the hard call. Your trailblazer, pushing everyone to see beyond what's been done before. Great teams work like jazz band. Not every instrument solos, but every single note matters. When every role, loud or quiet, is valued, the rhythm of teamwork finally clicks. So before you plan another, fun offsite, ask a better question. Do we have all 5 roles in balance? Because success doesn't come from getting everyone louder. It comes from finally hearing the people who make the music possible. If this idea resonates with you, there's so much more to explore. My newest book, Team Players, the 5 Critical Roles You Need to Build a Winning Team, dives deep into how these roles shape team success and how leaders can bring out the best in every personality. You can learn more and even take the free "What Type of Team Player Are You?" quiz at leadershipiq.com.